Back to Pirate Radio broadcast. Um, we have to reschedule this game because um, our work crew that we had scheduled to do some work for us, um, we had some tree branches and tree limbs that need to be cut. And so instead of broadcasting through the work with the noise of the chainsaw, we really didn't want to take a chance that the noises would interfere with our broadcast and we might need to go supervise or at least offer some, advice or see what participation we could provide, supervisory or, uh, usually that happens when you have a work crew. Sometimes you have to go out there and make sure things are cleared or any assistance that they might need or might not. It's a moment by moment maneuvering. So, we're going to have the Vikings versus the Texans. Guy Conley wants to negotiate. So let's make him an offer. Okay, he's been signed. Zach Cunningham wants to negotiate. Let's make him an offer of 17.3 mil. Okay, he'll get back to us. You do that, Zach. You do that. Got some players we could possibly sign. This is always questionable. There's no guarantee the Texans will actually acquire any of these players next season. But let's just make a bid. We'll make a bid for them. No big deal. That's all we can afford right now.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
All right, here we are. The Vikings and the Texans. Week number 4. Predictions. We got HD Bum here. He's about to head out. He's a starting quarterback. What do you think? I'm feeling good about this replay. We're going to hit them harder than we did the first game, and I'm going to make less mistakes. I'm going to slow it down and just go by the playbook. I'm not going to be just hoping somebody catches my football. Good choice, you.
Stadium in Houston, Texas. It's week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Houston Texans taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 51 back in 2017, we are inside NRG Stadium in Houston. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for our hometown guys that fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2-1.
And now truly what I watched the team take to the victory lap together in every phase.
Agitating my two inner balls. You heard me. Don't have to act like I have any. Well, I don't have balls in my throat. You always have balls in your throat. So the latest news for the Texans. 16 civil lawsuits have been filed on Watson harassment. Civil lawsuits and assault during massage appointments over the last year, including one earlier this month. The allegations against him range from refusing to cover his genitals, so it's a civil lawsuit based on that, because he refused to cover his nuts, to forcing women to give him oral sex. Houston attorney Tony Busby disclosed on social media the details of the first lawsuit came out the following morning. The lawsuits say that Watson sexually harassed and assaulted a number of massage therapists. Wide-ranging accusations include descriptions of him exposing himself without consent, forcing women into sexual acts, and making threats against these women. So the lawsuit states that Watson's behavior is part of a disturbing pattern of preying on vulnerable women. How do you define vulnerable? I mean, isn't their job to provide massage therapy? Well, you're alleging that these women are what? A couple of clicks shy of what? The prostitution? No. I'm just saying that he's going to be naked, right? Under a towel or a bathrobe of some sort. But that doesn't mean that it's open season. These women, I mean, you don't disagree with that, do you? No, I mean, if I were to have a therapist, I would make sure that she knows the rules. What rules do you impose that won't be imposed upon you in a civil lawsuit? That's a good point. They alleged that one lawsuit says that he assaulted and harassed a plaintiff by exposing himself to her and touching her with his private part. He touched her with his private part? Yes, that's what the one lawsuit. It's like a he says, she says. Yes, it is. The massage therapist in the lawsuit states that the incident, which took place at a house in Los Angeles last July, occurred after Watson grabbed her hands and guided them toward his private part, forcing them onto his private part. According to the lawsuit, he attempted to get her to pleasure him. Now, of course, it's a he said, she said, and the lawsuit itself does not guarantee the truth. It merely makes an assumption of guilt based on accusations of assault and harassment. Another lawsuit stemming from incidents that took place last summer alleged that during massage sessions, Deshaun Watson assaulted and harassed the plaintiff by grabbing the plaintiff's buttocks and her vagina, touching her with his private part, and trying to force her to perform oral sex on him. Well, he is black. What does that mean? Black men are overly aggressive sometimes. Sometimes. You just said black men. You're making a general statement that all black men. It's hard to say because you need to be careful, Bobby J. You're alleging that black men as a race and as a gender are guilty of this kind of behavior. I'm just stating that you just look at their masculine machismo and they give me the impression that they want to do things. Is that how you feel when you're around them? Them? Who's them? Well, whom you are alleging that all black men are muscular and machismo and that they intimidate you. Yeah, when I'm walking and they're walking towards me, I feel like they want to grab me and do things to me. American me. I don't think that, never mind, I'm not even going to talk about it. You could be accused of racism. It's not racism when you're afraid and scared and intimidated and you feel bullied by the masculine machismo of black men. Oh my gosh, we are really going off the deep end here, people. We are really going off the deep end now. Shall we get back to the game? Yeah, thank you.
Defense and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings. Losers the last time out. They're trying to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that.
Your team beats against the win mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. We'll be looking for the better of Super Bowl. And it's not season now. It's Kirk Cousins.
What I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his team. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week. Focused the game as the Hawks. Okay, and he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but now love my team.
The ball carrier. First down yardage on the first down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 14. And the Vikings first down.
He is to their offense. 1,000-yard rusher year before the first one. The Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries and having Cooper lined for the bulk of the season. That made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
Set from the 39 now. First and 10. Immediately, Calvin Cook on the carry. Taken down right down the line of scrimmage. No gain on his play. Second and 10. That's a 39-yard line.
And you know that's not easily done because they took a misdirection actually trying to prove you. Hey, your hands in the wrong place, but you're right about that when he correctly I mean, really easy
A gain of 17 first down. First down for the Vikings.
Puts us out of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pre-game. That's what they did there.
Yeah, and a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets motivated. Most of these guys are so good.
Wrestling now Jefferson. 3 yards in the game there.
Complete to Justin Jefferson. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Texans' 45-yard line. Complete to Dalvin Brooks. A gain of 9 yards.
It's a first down.
Minnesota.
It's designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved.
Absolutely. This early in the opening drive, as you saw 2 catches. So, if they can get him going once again, they should have always had him in 2. Johnson. And he gets his down inside.
Cousins pass. Complete to Olabisi Johnson.
Second down.
Out of bounds at the 33-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
On the opening drive, they like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy right there.
Dalvin Cook, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
They end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Get to the 26 for the first. This is going down.
Just as long season,
Times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care if those
Colton in formation for the Vikings.
They played 3 times in the X last week as he sends this
The Texans take over first and 10.
So here the
At
Texans
their own 8-yard line.
Got a glance at the man under center at 6'5". He always demands attention.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it, just get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
Number 5, the ball carrier. Eric Hendricks in on the tackle. And also the guard. He brings up second and 11 at the 8-yard line.
Loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. This is taken easy to
Number 31, David Johnson, the ball carrier. They did the other far, running down. A 2-yard pickup makes it third and 8.
You gotta find a way to hurt him under 20, because to me that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself a question.
around 24, 28, 30. That could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That was a 2-yard line.
There's a good catch by David Johnson. Good play for a first down. There was a run. Even the receivers for a couple of years in college should think we're used to seeing the ball in the air. And when he's on his game, he's an excellent pass receiver.
football carrier. Brought down at the 23-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
To me, the goal is in seriously negative last one. Get him the ball early on. Carolina needs to get a big game in this one.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. It's a gain of 6.
Lindsay, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 29-yard line. That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
The Texans first down. At least it appears that way. They got it by maybe the length of a football. Line scrimmage with 31 now, 1st and 10. Here comes Lindsay, ties Roy. Reinforcements coming as they're going to step him behind the line.
Philip Lindsay on the carry. Tackles back at the 28-yard line.
Extra tight ends, extra beat. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far. But 2nd and 13 here.
Another carry for the running back. Logan Bryant on the tackle. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 8.
He may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes him back a little bit of an apology on that one.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. From the shotgun,
Wow. Sal McKenzie. Hey, what? Your rooster is calling you. You're not my rooster. Sure act like it. Johnny Sex will be calling in there. We're going to take a little break. Go tend to your little rooster friend. He's not my rooster friend.